Okay, so next up we have NAYA WINOTA. So the idea with this deck is that using WINOTA, whenever you attack with a non-human, you can look at the top 6 to put a human into play, taps and attacking. So we've got Legion Warbosses, Gruul Spellbreakers, Gallias, Zurta Goblins, Raise the Alarms, and Arboreal Grazers as non-humans. We have Robber the Rich, Tajik, Haktos, and Kenrith to hit as humans, which are all very good. It's kind of got an aggressive slant to it where we don't really need to have these. Part of me almost thinks that these should just be kind of normal, just normal costing humans and have like slightly fewer lands. But I played a little bit of this offline just to kind of get a feel for it, and just kind of go really ham on the aggressive slant to the deck. So in the sideboard we have Hushbringers, which is excellent for dealing with the Cat in the Oven and Garuda. Thinking about it, that's maybe something that should have been in the rather than Cage, that should have been in the Abzan Kahira deck, but never mind. So yeah, let's give this a go. As I said, I played with this last night. It has some sweet draws, so and then we're hopefully going to get through to Dimir Control as well today. So try and get 3 decks up for you guys. Know how much you're enjoying the content at the moment. So again, leave me a comment. Let me know if you're having good luck with anything. I've still struggling in gold, so if there's something you've said you find that you've been able to have a lot of good luck with, then throw it my way and we can try and play it. So we're against Yorion. This hand has no lands. This hand's fine. I think with this I'm actually going to send away the Tajik, because we kind of want these because it's likely to die. It's almost always going to die, so that's the 4th land, so we'll keep that one. Even though it's tapped, it's kind of awkward, but I actually shouldn't have kept that, because I actually want to go and tap land on 3 and 4, so I shouldn't have kept it, but never mind, we are where we are now. Legion Warboss, yeah, that's a great one for next turn actually. Legion Warboss making multiple non-humans is great with WINOTA. Alright, untapped land would be excellent because then we can at least start triggering WINOTA. Okay, that's not the end of the world. We're going to put a counter on this one. I don't need any more lands now, so this is an Ogre Warrior, so again it doesn't trigger. Go away. So we get 1 trigger off WINOTA this turn. So, and we missed, obviously. Why wouldn't we miss? That means if we hit the WINOTA on curve, we'd have also missed. So never mind.
This isn't a fight
you can
win.
Yep.
Nothing.
I'm actually just going to attack them.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Archon of Sun's Grace. What on earth is opponent doing? Right, give me some good triggers here. I need some good ones. That was not a good one. Yikes. Like, we have a large number of or a reasonable number of humans in this deck to hit, and we didn't hit anything good there. Right, so I think it's just Destiny Spinners in this matchup that we want. So at that point, it means we get to cut Tajik and probably a Zerta Goblin. Zerta's not the best here, so. Yeah, potentially this deck's not best suited just purely because it's doesn't have Agent of Treachery to hit, which is a big downside. Come on, opponent. This has got Robber into Poor Boss, so this hand can't be that bad. Don't know how many Wraths they're going to have. They're playing Archon as well. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't need the Grazer. That ship has sailed. I'm going to shock this in rather than playing the Forest. Our life total doesn't matter that much, and we do have Haktos in our deck, which is... we have a Plains in our deck, right? Oh, if we do have a Plains, we can cast that. Oh, go away. Stop interacting with my opponent, it's exceptionally rude. Things that don't really matter. We've got an aggressive game plan we can play to, so sure. Tajik's a good one too. Oh, it's not even a shatter. It's not even a shatter. Whoa. I'm just gonna aggro you. We're basically just a Boros aggro deck. Or we can play like a Boros aggro deck. I said when I was playing this last night, I actually wanted some kind of things to be able to destroy the with Cage, but I guess if they're actually taking in Cage, then it's not the end of the world for us. Like, we've still got a really aggressive plan. I think I want to leave the extra Tajik in with Opakayas. I wasn't really considering that. Actually going to cut a land on the draw, I think. Yeah, this hand seems fine. We would like another land, but we can operate without it. So if we get another land, then we can War Boss. If we don't, we can just play out some of our other creatures. But we found the land, so War Boss. Hopefully they just go with Ikoria this War Boss. That means we get to... Well, that works too. War Boss. That's fine. Untapped land would be excellent. Okay, so... I'm just supposed to replay the War Boss. Like, I really want to draw cards with this Gallia, but... At the same point, I need to try and be mana efficient with this hand. The way that it's set up. Both the War Boss is fine. Now we get to Gallia. I would love to discard a random card, discard a Grazer, find 2 Winotas. Okay. Please find a white source off the top. Actress. Card that doesn't really do anything against us, or 2 lands. I want the lands, sure. Oh, that's awkward. I think I'm just supposed to jam again still. Woof, no white sources still. That's not a white source. And we'll just play a Zerta Goblin out. Yorion to deal 3 to my Goblin. White source. Untapped white. That's not an untapped white. There's a white source, so we'll take that. Much as it's kind of late. Do I want the second white? I don't think I do. I can just jam Winota, will attack, they'll gain some life here because they've obviously got the Archon, the Cage. Oh, they've got the cages. Why am I trying to get to that? Right, Haktos is something I actually actively want to get to. Right, let's just jam Kenrith. Creatures are faced. Smash for 5. I keep forgetting that they've got Cage in play there. It's like we've got these things to be able to trigger, but it's literally not going to do anything. So yeah, we don't need the Grazer. I'm assuming this is like a Wrath as well, so just another Yorion. Oof. Shoot a Goblin? Sure, and make a 2/2. Woof. I don't think I'm supposed to pay for that. Hopefully they try and do something with Othakai again. Sure. This is 9-14. Okay, so they're going for this here. So it's gonna gain them life, but it's not gonna actually do anything. Not gonna kill anything unless they go for the Tajik. They do go for the Tajik. Okay, fine. Yeah, we died there, but that's just they've got a weird build of their deck which has significantly more life gain and creatures in it than the other ones. So. Alright, let's go again. Well, it has no lands, so. This one's actually pretty good. We get to go Grazer into Tajik and then hit them for 4, so it's actually a very aggressive hand, and Tajik gives us gives our other creatures the Deafening Clarion protection, so. I would like some things that aren't lands. Winota is not a land. Perfect. Am I just supposed to... I think I'm just supposed to do that and try and lead into Winota then. Because then we can Winota for 3 triggers next turn. That seems pretty good. And then we've got Tajik as backup after that's resolved. Sure. We don't actually want any of these cards in this matchup. Like, none of this actually achieves anything. So I think we're just supposed to resubmit. I guess Hushbringer kind of stops their Cavaliers, so we should probably bring in some of those. I mean, we just swap them for the Zertag Goblins. That seems fine, right? Yeah, that's like the dream start from us, like just being able to do that. If it was a war boss, it would have been even better because we'd have had an extra attacking creature, but yeah, that's pretty much how we draw it up. And this hand's fine, so we've got the Hushbringer and then we've got Winota as well. So obviously we would like to find some kind of 3-drop to be able to cast, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world here. I'm actually just going to jam the Grazer because it means we get to Winota next turn. Like, just getting to do this any time earlier is just always going to be beneficial. Oh, they're banned. Interesting. Okay, well, the Grazer are going away, so.
Not going to sit this one.
No, it's not. Oh my word. I'll get some free creatures. Kenrith, you say? Ding!
Now what?
didn't realise last game they were playing Bant, so more likely to have Shatter the Sky than anything else. Or maybe it's 4 colour fires. Okay, sweet. The old the turn 3 attacking with Winota, or getting triggered off Winota, is good, especially when it kills their Planeswalker. Nice Teferi opponent. Right, cool. Let's run another couple of these. We're probably not going to do too many games of these. I do want to get into the Dimir control and play that for a bit, but this deck's obviously not going to take particularly long. It's either going to win or it's not going to win, so we'll probably do at least one more. Unless we have like a really slow matchup. Against a Bosch. Okay, so this is probably some kind of cat deck. This hand's okay. Like, the excess Winotas, we can hopefully discard the Gallia triggers. Which would be nice. Would be nice. So we're looking for a 3-drop or an untapped land. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm supposed to be greedy. Like having extra creatures is just going to be beneficial, so I don't think that tap land's going to help us too much. Guttery Bones. The 4th Winota. Okay. give me something that gives me 2 creatures so I can discard some of these, please. I can't. Yep. Is that missing a land drop too? Missing a land drop would be excellent. No, okay. Sure. Untap land, please. Just tap the top of your deck, right? Tap the top of my deck. Okay, I'm on. Give me the good stuff. Untap land. That's not an untap land. Untap land. Yikes. Well, at least we get to attack with everybody and draw some cards. Yeah, that's going away, that's fine. I really needed that trigger to happen, so I'm actually going to play out this war boss because it hopefully just makes them use their entire turn sacrificing a cat to kill the war boss. And then we get to Winota and we'll get 2 triggers. Yep. This is fine. This kind of gives us free reign next turn, which is what we wanted anyway. And they're not doing it. That's even better for us. That gives us even more triggers. It's 2 mana to sack, right? So, unless they've got a shock. You've just played a creature. You can't do this now. I would like to attack with all of these ones. The Grazer can get a counter. Well, Haktos has protection from all the things they currently have, so that one. Miss on that one. Kenrith seems sweet. And Robber. Your move. Don't worry about it. It's your move. When this deck goes, it's sweet. Yeah, this has protection from their entire deck because they have no 2s. Haktos is pretty ridiculous here. Right, so there's Zerta Goblins. It's just been kind of my standard cut. We definitely want the Haktos, because Haktos does just get protect. If it doesn't hit, if it hits 2 or 4, it has protection from their deck, which is excellent. So I think we can cut a couple of grazers on the draw. We probably don't need these robbers. Doesn't give us too many creatures to hit, but it doesn't matter too much. Actually, I'm gonna bring these in anyway. I think cut a Winota and cut. Cut a Winota, cut a Raise the Alarm. Because even just like getting like, it's a 2/4 body. 2/4 body is going to be pretty good here. Like, we're not going to be able to interact with that too much. I think this is a keep. Like 2, 3, 3. Like, we can just keep playing these for days if we need to. Another knight. And to weaponize the monsters, sure. Okay, there's the land too, so. I mean, we aren't blocking, so may as well attack. Strider, sure. Okay, they're going slightly bigger than I thought, but at least that means these aren't triggering. Yeah, not blocking that. Sure. Run up in 2. So if there's a land, kind of bad for us because we need to go to 7 here to be able to play this Winota. But we need to do this. We need to attack. So. Hoping the Winota can just trade down enough. Or like just get in the way of something to not die. I guess no, we are actually just dead on board, aren't we? We are just dead on board. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry everyone, we are just dead on board. I was doing my math based on having not shocked, even though I knew I needed to shock, so. It's fine, they might miss it. They might miss it. There's always a chance that they miss it. That does it as well, so. Nope. They didn't even need to play the Abosh, so they could just pump either knight that wasn't blocked, and that was going to do it. So I don't think we need to change too much. I think it was fine. I think we just our mana base just didn't quite help us there, and having to take 6 damage to cast our spells there. Okay, on the play. This is just bad, right? This is worse, right? Actually, no, it's not. Bin off the Haktos. Rip a couple on-tap lands and we'll be fine with this one. 19 apiece. Okay, that's the untap land we really needed, so... Yikes. Sure. That's a good draw, actually. Because that means that we can play this and then we can haste this next turn. At least this gains a life. It gains a life, and Vigilance is actually kind of relevant here. Stop it, opponent. Stop. Oh, go away. It claims as well. There's literally no... You don't lose anything by playing a Bosch. But the whole point of these things was supposed to be reasonably difficult to build your deck. No, just play my normal cards. Anyway. Next one. Last one with this deck, actually. We'll move on to the Dimir deck after this. Hand's just bad. Come on. This hand's much better. And we found a Winota. Perfect. So I can even draw tapped land this turn, because I'm just going to be casting Robber. Are we getting Phoenixed? Be exciting if we're getting turn 3 Phoenixed. Looks like we are getting turn 3 Phoenixed. We are getting turn 3 Phoenixed. Okay, cool. Only one bird, so not a big deal. Untapped land would be amazing. Okay, of non-untapped land draws, that's probably pretty reasonable. Well, that's probably a reasonable one to be doing next turn if we don't find that land. Opponent does not like their life total. Okay, sure. Okay, so they're just playing the Riel this turn essentially. No attacks. Well, triggers. Oh dear, that's not going to end well for your opponent. That's going to end worse for your opponent. You literally could have killed my Grazer, you chose not to. I do love playing with this deck against people, because people just don't know what Winota and what Tajik do. When I played against this last night, my opponent tried to shock my Tajik as it came in from Winota, and then in their turn, they then tried to kill Winota with the Blitz of the Thunder Dragon or whatever it's called. So they tried to do that card on Winota when Tajik was preventing the damage. Okay, opponent did it the right way around, but it was really amusing last night when that happened to me, and I was just like, this is perfect. So they get 2 birds back, right? One bird coming in. I'd like to hit, like... I mean, I think I'm supposed to take the Kenrith, right? I mean, Tajik's so good here, though. Let's just go Kenrith. Kenrith's probably going to be lethal, so... Yep, this is fine. Kenrith being able to give the trample haste is probably going to be the relevant bit here. Robber can block a Phoenix as well if we need it to. We are on 12, so if they somehow manage to flip the other 2 birds in and kill the Robber, then we're dead, but beyond that we should be alright, I think. Maximize velocity, sure. There's a bird. And they're probably going to have to maximize one of these things to not die. Yep. That then brings back this bird. I can't attack, so... yeah, I think I'm supposed to lead on... Okay, we missed there. We didn't hit off the Robber either, did we? Ah, we've got the same number of cards in hand, so... that leaves you dead. Okay, I mean... They didn't have any better blocks there, so... Scorching Dragonfire is excellent, because it exiles the birds. And it's enough to deal with Riel as well. Again, don't need all these Grazers when we're on the draw. Goblin's not great, it gets outclassed pretty quickly. And cut or raise the alarm. So if you haven't already subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate if you can do that on YouTube. I'm approaching 300 subscribers, so a bit of a landmark, so hoping to get that over the next couple of days. So if you can help me with that, that'd be awesome. Remember to check out all my other videos. You can see there'll be a link to the playlist down in the description, and there'll also be one on the end card as well. So it'd be awesome if you can do that. Helps me out big time. This hand's much better. Would like the green source, but I mean we've got 2 castable spells without it, so. Okay, now any land, let's just cast that. I can't keep the Winota as much as it's super sad because I've got the Gallia into Legion Warboss, but I need the green source. I know this doesn't trigger, but I'm still getting in. They're not blocking with Electromancer, so. Bird number 1. Tippity top. And then shock my robber, sure. So we're just getting that 1 bird back, so we can actually Dragonfire it and not worry too much. If they're attacking both these, I think I'm just jamming the Warboss this turn though. Definitely just jamming the Warboss this turn because that gives us the opportunity to draw into untapped land to be able to Winota. Lava Coil Warboss, sure. 5 down to 8. I don't get the people with the random emotes of nice. Really don't. Okay, I think we're still fine with how we boarded. We just didn't get our mana online to be able to actually cast our spells, so that happens. They also had all of the removal. Tajik's really good in this matchup. Again, for the reasons we mentioned, like being able to protect the other creatures or force the removal spells on Tajik rather than on the other creatures is important. This hand's great. So we get to go Gallia into Spellbreaker into Winota, and we've also got the Dragonfire to be able to deal with a threat as well. So. Spellbreaker doesn't matter if we give it haste or +1/+1 counter in this matchup. There are some matchups where it's relevant to have it one mode or the other because of the removal they've got, but because they've got Lava Coil and they've got Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, it's just going to die regardless, so it doesn't really matter. So we are just going for maximum damage here. Man, I've got this on turn 3 every time. Like, red cap melee, sure. Got another thing from the Gallia as well. Yikes. That's brutal. Why did this not attack this time? I think I'm just supposed to jam this. The fact they use the red cap melee means that they're unlikely to have a Lava Coil. Like, not that they won't find it, but I think the Winota there, just like, this is an instant, so they would have held it if they had the Lava Coil. They did use the Sorcerer Speed one there. Oh, the fear. That was definitely the fear. Legion Warboss on top, sure. Okay, so I think I'm just playing this and making it like a +1/+1 counter. Because I get multiple triggers next turn, and I can Warboss and Dragonfire. And if they kill the Winota, then we've got another one, so not the end of the world. Them holding up everything on defense is good though. Like the fact they're not attacking with the Phoenix because of the fear. I think that's almost entirely wrong, but man, they be digging, they're not finding anything. Found a way to kill my Winota yet? Nope. That's a whole lot of cards to look at and not hit anything. So bird's now exiled, which is relevant. Then we get to attack for 8 and get a trigger of the Spellbreaker off the Winota. And we hit the Tajik. Nice. So they need to kill Tajik before they can kill these with burn spells. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, as I mentioned at the start, this deck's kind of fun. It's not doing anything that's super powerful, but compared to like having the agents in other decks, but it's a sweet deck. There's a lot of stuff going on. It might be right to have access to Embereth Shieldbreaker, just as a way to be able to kill Cage, but that's not a massive deal. It's not the end of the world with this deck if that's what we need to do, but yeah, this deck's sweet. Definitely recommend it. Again, you can catch the deck list down in the comments below.